The boy threw away the phone card used to contact his parents, got his passport ready, and left the home that had long been taken over. His mother thought he was still mad at her, so she went to his room to call him out. But she discovered the boy had been living in a shabby little room, with only a thin blanket to cover himself. It was only then they realized how hard his life had been, but it was already too late. Turns out the boy had been raised by his grandmother since he was little. His parents were always away for business. He longed for their company, so he studied hard to make them proud, but every time they said they were too busy to come home, either taking his siblings on vacation, or meeting clients outside. It was like he never existed. Until the year he finished college entrance exams. His parents finally came back in a luxury car. The boy waited excitedly at the village entrance, but all he saw was his parents laughing with his siblings. They didn't even glance at him, instead told him to go home first, because they were taking the others to a fancy dinner. His heart went cold, but he still wanted a word of praise, so he brought his admission letter to the restaurant, only to overhear their conversation. That's when he realized they never cared about him. Right then, a sudden explosion rocked the restaurant. The boy's legs were crushed under steel plates. He reached out desperately for help, but his parents ran out carrying the siblings. Luckily someone pulled him from the rubble and rushed him to the hospital. When he woke up, there was only a stranger doctor in the room. Then his mother called. He thought she finally cared, but on the other end, she asked him to take care of his slightly injured brother. This time, he couldn't even fake a smile. After hanging up, he called a university abroad. Maybe his parents finally realized something. They tried to change his last name back to the family name, said it was for him to return and inherit the family line. It was the moment he had dreamed of for years, but he felt no joy. Instead he tore up the paperwork and threw it in the trash. Back home, he ripped every award certificate, even burned the family portrait he drew. He said goodbye to his grandmother and walked straight into the immigration hall, determined to leave this land for good. Meanwhile the ancestral ceremony was about to begin, but they couldn't find the boy anywhere. No one picked up the phone. His father was furious, and had to announce the ceremony would be rescheduled. Then they rushed home to look for him, but it had been so long since they came back, they didn't even know which room he lived in, until they opened that door, and finally saw something that shocked them.